Telling them that privatization is not the way to go. And any politician that we have in office now are going to come out and say that they're for affordable housing. They don't know what it is about affordable housing. If you don't live under filth and squalor, you don't live amongst the poor, you don't understand the trials and tribulations of struggling with a fixed income. We have to start telling, just like we've told Russ. I have told him myself, Mr. Russ, you cannot continue to do what you do to us because we were not going to sit and tolerate it.
Hey, ho, ho, the blueprint has got to go. Liar, liar, privatizer. Liar, liar, privatizer. Liar, liar, privatizer. Liar, liar, privatizer. Salazar has got to go. Salazar has got to go.
We can't trust the mayor. What we need is for our leadership at the congressional level, Chuck Schumer, our Senator Majority Leader, and D. Blasio, who's really led on fully funding NYCHA legislation in the House. We need to support their plan. We need to ignore and tell our local leaders to support the federal aid program because the only way to ensure NYCHA residents a better quality of life and a future for NYCHA and their kids and grandkids is to get the full $40 billion that New York City's public housing is owed. It's what's owed, it's what's right, and both the federal and the state and all local government has basically lost the trust of people, and now we need to make it right.
NYCHA does bully the TA president when you're fighting back, and the politicians do the same. They bully you when you call them out, and you know why? Because they're conscious. They know they're not doing the right thing for the poor people. Jesus said, I'm leaving you a commandment, take care of the what? Take care of who? The poor. He said, take care of the what? The elderly. He said what? Take care of the children. He said what? Take care of what? The widow. What the heck are we doing?
Over 400,000 people are living in NYCHA right now, and they are in peril because of the RAD, because of the PACT, because of the blueprint. These are policies that will displace poor people from NYCHA. People in NYCHA live on fixed incomes, disabled, elderly, right? We can't allow the NYCHA buildings to go private. What private developer do you know that gives a damn about low-income people? They don't. They don't. And when you look at the politicians that are supporting these policies, you got to look at their campaign coffers because they're being bought out.
Okay, but Jabari, I've reached out to you many times, and I'm a NYCHA TA president that we were just
There are a
taking
lot
over.
of NYCHA tenants that support.
But
But they're being
Blueprint,
used and they're being
They're being
lied to.
lied to.
Come on.
Yes, well, the problem I have is, one, we got to have this money. If we get $40 billion from the federal government, that would be awesome. That doesn't bring us to where we need to be.
Yes, it does.
It does
Come
not.
on. That's what Schumer and Nidhi are saying.
That's just not the truth.
I get elected, I want to make sure that there is no for the blueprint. The citywide council of presidents, we have been fighting tooth and nail with NYCHA and everyone else, including some of the elected officials. They find every person who's running for office that you see before you, they're afraid of us. You know why? Because we bring in the truth. Because we want to protect and serve everybody. Because we know what it is for someone struggling, living with mold, having rodents all over the place, not knowing what's going to happen in their future with affordable housing. We got to get rid of the administration. We need to get a forensic audit on the New York City Housing Authority so that we could be able to see how they have been mismanaging money all these years. This is just a Band-Aid because they want to hide their improprieties financially, all the things that they have done to us in the city of New York.
for zero emissions by 2030. The Democrats are calling for 50% emissions. Double the amount of jobs.
Don't put
The
your hands
Democratic Party is not progressive. You can't shoehorn a corporate movement. You can't shoehorn a working class movement into a corporate party. You can't shoehorn a working class movement into a corporate party.
You can't put your hands on him. You cannot put your hands on him.
The Democratic Party serves special interests. The Democratic Party accepts bribes from the fossil fuel industry. You ran as a Green, Jabari. Why'd you didn't run as a Democrat? Jabari, you ran as a Green. Why did you sell out? Say no to blueprints. Why are you silent on this issue?
We're fighting for public housing.
We're
fighting for public housing.
Say no to the blueprint, Goron.
I'm just exercising my freedom of speech. I'm not being violent.
Out of everybody here, you're focusing on him.
I'll work. All right. Thank you.
This is phony baloney. This is phony baloney. What this is cementing the two-party duopoly because inherently they're shoving progressives into a corporate party, into the Democratic Party. They're not actually about the working class if they support the corporate party. Don't you get it? It's a sham. AOC didn't even force the vote. AOC didn't even force the vote. They're condescending. AOC funded the Capitol Police. That's virtue signaling. That's all it is. It's all about careerism. It's not about the working class. They want to quash the revolution. If Bernie couldn't do it, they can't do it.